This is Michael McKeon, a.k.a. Morris Fletcher, a.k.a. Chuck McGill. You know who I am. But it's time for Inside the Gilliverse with Eric Broadbent.
You're watching Inside the Gilliverse, talking all things Breaking Bad, El Camino, and Better Call Saul. Brought to you by the Royal Baubles Collection at bobbleheads.com. For all your favorite characters from the Gilliverse, shop the Royal Baubles Collection at bobbleheads.com. Also brought to you by Rode Microphones, the official microphone supplier of Inside the Gilliverse. See their entire lineup today at rode.com. Now please welcome your host, Eric Broadbent.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Season 3, Episode 10 of Inside the Gilliverse, talking all things Breaking Bad, El Camino, and Better Call Saul. My name is Eric Broadbent, and it comes with extreme pleasure to welcome back my co-host, before we get into our guest, our co-host, writer and director of last week's incredible Better Call Saul mid-season finale, Tom Schnauz, and returning fan favorite guest, Luis and Daniel Moncada. We're going to bring those gentlemen on right now, and I use the term gentleman loosely for Tom, but we'll include him in the mix, and I think we got him right here. Here we go, guys. Welcome, everybody.
Hey.
We lost Danny. We lost Danny briefly, but he'll be there. Yeah, good to have you back, guys.
Good to see you, Eric. Tom, not so much, but hey, Tom.
All right, I see how this evening's gonna go.
Like how it is. He's like, I'm gonna write him off.
He knows. I love him a long time.
Well, as we start the show, big shout out to brothers. I told you guys off the air, you know, you guys are brothers for life. I have my big brother from the East Coast of Canada watching tonight for the first time. So a big shout out to my brother Rick, who's a big inspiration to me, and his beautiful better half
Rick.
Margot.
You can be a friend of the cartel, Mr. Rick.
All right. I think he's going to love it. You know what? I told him about Better Call Saul. Tom, you love this as well, too. I was at his house a couple weeks back, and in 2 weeks' time, he watched Breaking Bad. In 2 weeks' time, he watched season 1 through 6 in 2 weeks. I know that's done by other people, too, but that's a lot of watching.
Oh, wow.
He couldn't do it in a week?
Yeah. Well, what's the slack, Rick? Pick up the slack, right?
Yeah, come on. What? It took you 2 whole weeks?
Yeah.
2 more weeks.
That's impressive.
That's pretty good. I think so. Yeah, well done, Rick. And nice to have you here. As we're going to have a lot of questions coming in tonight. They're going to be fast and furious. And I just want to direct this one to Tom. And we were all talking with Tom off the air here as well, too. But Tom, you know, all I can say about last week's episode, and spoiler alerts for everybody watching tonight. If you haven't seen last week's episode, go watch.
If you're tuning in and you haven't seen the episode, get the hell out of here.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Bye-bye.
Tell him, I don't want to hear that crap, man.
Mm-hmm. All I can say is, wow. And I'd like to ask is, I mean, you've like, I brag about you a lot, Tom, and I know you brag about you a lot too. But anyways, I know you've written some of the greatest. Yeah, he's written some of the greatest episodes in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul as well. But where would you put this episode in your favorites? Does it have a special spot on your list of favorites?
Oh, it's hard to. It's like ranking your children. You can't
True.
Can't really do that. I mean, it was a fun one to shoot, a great one to write. I was so glad. I was, these are not predetermined slots for writers and directors, and I got very lucky to get the directing slot where a lot of stuff happened. And so, yeah, I was. It's definitely a favorite of mine for sure. But like I said, I can't put this over a lot of the others. I got to kill Luis in my very first Breaking Bad episode. It was great. He got shot in the head, and Danny lost his leg, so that's always a warm spot in my heart. Another spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen Breaking Bad. Oh, crap. I forget that there are people who have only watched Saul and not seen Breaking Bad, and I keep forgetting that.
Yeah.
So try to put that out, what I just said out of your head.
I've never met anybody.
It's almost like giving us.
My father-in-law has not seen a single frame.
Really?
Wow.
Hey Tom, what do you recommend?
Why are you still friends?
Why are we still friends? Because he's the father of my wife. I have to be friends with him.
Yeah, right. Hey, the first or the other? How will you watch it? If you haven't, like your your father?
I would watch it.
Watch Saw first, or
I'm a traditionalist. Like with the Star Wars films, watch them in the order they were released. I would watch Breaking Bad, then watch Better Call Saul.
That's cool.
That's good advice. That's good advice for sure.
Yeah.
Well, somebody someday is going to cut it all up so it's in chronological order, so that all the pieces that happened on Saul before Breaking Bad, we'll see them, and then leave all the Gene stuff till after Walt dies. Another spoiler. Whoops.
Yeah, it's almost like saying like Darth Vader is Luke's father. It's spoiler alert, and I mean it's like how many years has it been? Exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, there's got to be a time limit on spoilers.
Yeah.
It's been 10 years since Breaking Bad was over.
It's hard to believe that too. Before we jump into all the fan questions, I just want to turn it to both Luis and Danny. Can you give us a short summary of what you thought of last week's episode? And I guess we'll start with Luis, just to what you thought overall in a short, kind of, I guess, what do you call it in the States? A cliff notes summation.
Oh man, what can I, dude? It was too much. It was too much to process to tell you one specific moment. It was too much. But the cliffhanger, it was one of those top man on Saul only. I think was what, top 3, maybe top 5 episodes. That it was freaking crazy, bro. Things that you were. I mean, there was a lot to make a few episodes out of that episode. You know what I'm saying? If you broke it down, there was a lot. There was so much. It was great. Not to get Tom's head too big, but man, Tom, you got down, bro.
Sure did.
Hey, no, it was beautiful, bro. Seriously, it was that episode had you at the edge. It was crazy, bro. You know what? Hey, bro, when it's that good, it's so short. It's fucking. You start watching and it's like, fuck, it's getting. No, wait.
I know.
It's fucking over. And now
there was just so much going on in that episode. There was just so much going on.
It was great, man.
As
spoiler, bro.
As Salamanca brothers, were you cheering for the end? Were you when your cousin walked in?
As you know how
you're like, go.
Show. No, you're kind of like being the show. Yeah, but before working on the show, bro, I think I speak for Danny and I. We're both fans of the show, bro.
Big
so
fans,
I really religiously. I didn't really want, and I'm not gonna say who. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want that guy to get popped. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't like him. I felt bad. I felt bad. I didn't like the guy, bro. But I was like, holy shit, man! That bro, I was not and the way he did it, bro, I was not expecting that shit, bro. But going back to the Salah, if I get in my character, I'm proud of Lalo, man. He did it like a freaking pro, bro. I could have not done better, bro. It was like boom.
You would have used an axe.
Yeah,
of course.
Of
course.
Yeah, or machete.
Come on, Tom.
Axe or machete.
How about you, Danny? What are you thinking, Danny? No. What's your summary on the mid-season finale?
Well, he basically summarized it all. There was just so many things going on in that episode that, I mean, it was such a cliffhanger, and the way it ended, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was in shock. And I felt so bad. I was like, oh my God, did that just fucking happen? Man, Tom, you're the man, bro.
I'm thinking everything what happens, bro. Like, hey, bro, I'm gonna turn into like a little fangirl right now, bro. Like, I'm gonna fan on Tom right now, and I'm gonna be like, hey, Tom,
can you tattoo me right here?
What happens right now to like, hey, bro, you know who went to?
No, seriously.
I'm trying not to give spoilers, bro. But like Lalo, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? And the other people, the apartment and the whole thing and the talk and Kim and you know what I'm saying? Bro, what the hell is going to happen there? Tom, come on, give us a little bit.
Yeah, we cannot talk about any of that.
No, but
it's a Gordon Smith written episode directed by Vince Gilligan, and it's really good.
Gordon's coming back on in a couple weeks too.
I'm texting Tom. What the hell happened, bro?
I was thinking the same thing. What's going to be the aftermath? How they're going to be able to,
I know,
they're going to be able to put that together, and how they're going to react after, how they're going to, cover up, without giving anything away. It's like, there's just so much. There was just so much in that episode, man. Hey, Tom, you're a sick puppy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tom. Hey, bro. Just one last thing, just from my curiosity, bro. Hey, so it was your episode that you wrote, right? And you said that. Was it your choice to direct that episode, or it was just a luck to draw? You got lucky to direct your own episode that you wrote. I didn't.
No,
I'm sorry.
yeah, the slots are determined at the beginning of the season who writes and directs each episode. So I always knew I was going to co-write episode 2, and I was going to write and direct episode 7, but I didn't know what was going to happen in them. I didn't know it was going to, all these events were going to come to a head in episode 7. So I got lucky as a writer director to have an episode where all this shit went.
That's freaking cool. You got the good episodes. You're lucky.
So I'm the first to admit it. I'm first to admit it. My first Breaking Bad episode, I just happened to be in a slot where a lot of episode 307, another number 7. A lot of stuff.
I was going to say that right now. 7
happened. Yeah.
Wow.
That was great, bro. That episode didn't got nominated for Best Director. Yes, was that the one? 307.
Yes, Michelle got directed. Yeah.
307.
That was great, bro.
One of the few times the Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad universe gets recognized for directing. For some reason, they don't.
I can make a few calls, bro.
Please. They're usually
exactly. Before we jump over to the fan questions, Tom, I know you had a fun one. You were going to ask the brothers about possibly some similarities or something of that nature. Was that correct?
Well, I just, we always talk about them, what it's like to act, but I want to know, you guys, we all know who the best looking one is. We're not going to say who, but we know. But you guys, how do you consider yourselves the most similar to each other, and what makes you guys the biggest difference between you? How would you describe those?
Yeah, that's a good one, bro. You know what? Hey, seriously, we're a lot we're the same, but we're not the same. Danny, I think Danny, in my opinion, I don't know how he feels about it. I think he's more social than I am, bro. He's more outgoing. Like, he goes places, does things, me, bro. I'm more, if I don't have to go out, I won't, bro. I'm a homebody. I like to be home with the family. That's me, bro. Danny is more, I think, in my opinion, he's more social. Now, don't get me. If I go out, I'm with the same in that aspect. And then that is different. And in my opinion, now what we're similar in, I think, is what is it? Maybe what is it? Temperament, or whatever the hell it is, or the seriousness, that thing, or when we work and how we were. There was no acting in that. I think that's how we act when we don't know people, maybe, kind of thing. Like, you're kind of serious, and we kind of
look at each other and be like, I know what he's thinking. You know what I'm thinking is like what the fuck?
Yeah, that's similar, but then if that did not happen, bro, I'll be home, and I'll probably you go do whatever. I'm gonna be home, bro. But when we go out together, that's we're gonna be probably like very cousins. Hey, bro, imagine that. Very serious, bro. We're gonna be like at the gym, serious as fuck. Excuse my French. We're gonna be very serious. Looking at people
earlier too.
I think the most surprising thing about being around you guys is I love how funny and how silly you guys are. It's great. It's so much fun to be with you guys. It's like just seeing you at the premiere a couple of months ago, whenever it was. It was just, after not seeing anybody forever with these, all of us walking around in masks, it was great fun to see you guys and just be goofy, take pictures.
It's always good to see you, brother. Same with you, Tom. You're all right, Tom. You are all right, bro.
Okay.
You scare me a little bit when you talk, though, because I don't know what's gonna come out of that mouth. I'm sorry, Miss. Never. Tom is an angel, Mrs. Your mom.
His mom's watching tonight. We got to be on our good behavior.
My wife gave me one free hall pass, and it's with you two guys. If I ever cheat on her, so it's gonna be a 3-way. She's okay with it, just so you know.
Oh, 3-way. Oh, okay,
hey, bro.
I was gonna give you a pick and choose right now, but I take that. It's fine.
No, you're both there. It's either all or none.
What I said?
I'll take the 50%. It's fine.
Anyway, we have fan questions.
We do. We're gonna
good segue. That
it's crazy. Yeah, we got to be on our best behavior. Tom's mom's watching tonight. We got to be good.
He has a good. My mom has a good sense of humor.
That's good. We need that. We've got a whole whack of super chats.
My mom and dad gave me my sense of humor. So
that's good. And a shout out to your late father as well too, with that trick that he taught you with the soda can. That was pretty darn cool. Nice to see that.
Right, he did show me that. It always stuck with me, and for some reason, this was not broken. It's a real thing. Yeah, it was when we break these episodes, we write all the beats out on cards, and that was not something we talked about, and that was something I just added to the script as a fun, little note. Always thinking that it's a little nod to something that Chuck did because of Jimmy, his younger brother, would probably always shake up his soda cans and surprise him. So Chuck always got into the habit of turning the soda cans to make it not explode.
That's very cool, and it's very nice to preserve a nice little piece of the legacy of your father as well too. So that was very nice, very nice. That lives forever. Yeah. We have a million super chat questions coming in. I'm going to jump over to audio questions first. We have 3, and then I'm going to go through a whole whack. I'm not even going to ask any of my questions I had tonight because we have a million, and the fan questions are always better. So here is the first audio question. This is from our co-executive producer, Karina. She always has fantastic questions, and here is her question for most likely the brothers, I believe.
Welcome back, Luis and Danny. This is Karina. First off, I have to say that you all will go down as 2 of the best villains and badasses in TV history. So it seems like you both have had a little more colorful suits this season. I cannot imagine how much you all must sweat in those scenes out in the desert dressed like that. Do you seriously need to take cold showers or ice baths at the end of those days?
Before you answer, I know Tom has to take a cold shower after working with you guys.
We don't take showers, Karina. We don't take showers.
Hey, for that's a really good question because this season we were in the desert a lot. So yes to the shower, yes to the hot thing and the whole enchilada, but the worst thing, everything. I don't care about this. I could be sweaty like a pig and I don't care. But the boots, they freaking hurt. So after like 2 hours of wearing those puppets,
2 hours, 3 hours.
Bro, you forget about anything. I don't care that it's hot. I don't care that I'm saying my feet hurt. So I don't even feel. But then when I get to the, back to the to base camp, to the trailers, I'm like, man, I'm so sticky right now. But so yeah, that's a mission. But yeah, the boots make me forget.
How about you, Danny? Same deal?
You can't take. Another thing is you can't take the boots off on breaks because if you take them off, you cannot put them back on.
Your feet will swell again, right?
And they hurt. Yes. And they hurt more. It's painful.
Oh, just keep them on.
Mistake, bro.
Yeah, they are a narrow boot. They're very narrow. Yeah,
they are.
Here comes
the only problem. But yeah,
I get that. Here comes the second question. This one is from Ragava, and I know this is for the brothers as well too. And let's have a listen to see what Ragava has to say.
Hi, Daniel and Luis. You guys rocked in the first 3 episodes of the season. One particular moment I loved was your acting when you guys see Lalo's body in the house. There was so much said just through emotions without saying a single line. My question for Luis. I spotted you in a Key and Peele sketch and it was so funny. How did that opportunity come about? Will we be able to see you do more comedy too in the future? Question for Daniel. I discovered that you're into video games too. Could you tell us about some of your favorite games and the ones you're looking forward to?
So let's jump over to Danny first. We'll talk about video games. We'll come back to you. Those sound good?
Sounds great.
All right.
Okay. Thank you for that question, brother. Man, I'm a big fighting kind of gamer guy. I like Street Fighter, one of my favorites, and Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat is by far my favorite game of all time.
Good answer. Awesome. And back over to Luis.
Me. The Key and Peele. Yeah, you know what? Key and Peele, that was like, whoa, it's been so many years. But it so turns out that Mr. Keegan, he's a big fan of Breaking Bad. And I remember that when I got to this set, I wasn't even sure. The show is so funny, but I never watched it before. I didn't even know I knew it was comedy, but I had no idea what I was doing. Then when I did it, man, this guy, those dudes are so funny. I mean, those dudes are pros. They're so funny. They're so good. And they're so nice. And yes, I would love to do more comedy. That's one thing I really, really want to do. I love playing the bad guy. Don't get me wrong. I love being bad. The bad guy has the most fun we have the most fun on set. We get to do all the crazy stuff that you go do life in prison if we do it out here. I love doing it. But I really want to do comedy just because of, and Tom knows this, you too, and most people that know us probably know this, that we're very, what do you say? We talk a lot.
We talk a lot.
When we play on the show on Breaking Bad, we're like, and we don't talk. We're the complete opposite once we start talking. If you don't know us and if we don't know you, you might get the Breaking Bad cousins. Trust me, you're going to get the look and you're going to get all the whole enchilada. But I'm going to tell you guys the secret. If you see us somewhere on the street and we look mean as heck, mean motherfucker, all you have to say is hello or wave, and we're going to be like this. hey, how you doing? And then go back. But we're gonna be like this. But as soon as you say something, we're gonna be like, hey, how you doing? How is that? Mine, okay. We want to take a picture? Okay. Yeah. But yeah.
I was telling my better half off the air earlier tonight. I was saying how nice you guys are in real life. She's watching tonight. And you guys were joking with me before, and you were saying, hey, Eric, we're trying to hold up our reputation here. We can't be known as these nice guys, you know.
Oh crap! I just messed that up.
Our streaker is gonna go down the drain, man.
I know.
I just messed that up.
I know.
People don't talk to us when you see me. Just cross the street when you see me, because I will. I'm just playing. I can't do it.
See, now on the other hand, Tom. Well, we see Tom on screen here. He seems like this nice guy, but you meet him in real life, and he's the mean guy.
You know.
He works for the cartel.
He does.
He's real life, bro.
He is the cartel.
More scared than I'm scared of him, bro. I just don't say anything. Tom.
Yeah, if you see me on the street and I'm smiling and you come up and say hello, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Okay, on that note, we're going to go to our third and final audio question. This one is from Maggie from Toronto area. Here is her question. I believe this is for the brothers. No one's asking Tom anything.
Hi, Danny and Louis. My name is Maggie. You both look so cool, yet so fearful. I'm shaking in my boots just talking to you. Is there one badass actress you would love to work with? Cheers. Thank you.
Badass actress.
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm. Either one of you can go first, whoever.
Actress. I'm trying to think which one would be a cool one, because there is quite a few.
Ray Seahorn doesn't count in this case.
I was gonna say something to that, but you just freaking read my mind.
I know,
but I'm thinking it just depends on a lot of things, because we never work with Ray, we never work with her on the show, you know. But since she doesn't count. Man, that's a good one, bro. There are so many people out there. What's the lady? I can't think
of anything right now.
No. I have like 2 or 3. Working on a show would be kind of cool with it, especially playing like a psychic. You know who plays a great psychic? The lady, the Queen of the South lady.
Yes.
I forget her name.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. I worked with her on a couple of episodes of this show. But to do something related to cartel, now, if I'm gonna be a good guy, I would take that. What's the girl from the Avengers, bro? I forget the name. I'm so bad with names.
Black Widow. Yeah.
Black Widow.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, she looks like she can kick ass. I'm like, I'll tell you, she can be my bodyguard or something, you know.
Well, Queen of the South came to my thoughts as well too. You're talking about Teresa, right?
Yes.
Teresa.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's super cool, but hey, that's another one, bro. That you meet her in person and she's so cool. And then when you see her working, bro, and even on set, bro, when I see her get into her character, bro, I was like, holy crap, I don't want to mess with her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was not being cartel. I was cartel, but I was like, no, she'll mess me up, bro.
Well, it's a good question, because we thought I listened to this question off the air when I was producing them for the show tonight, and I was like, Charlize Theron.
Yes,
right,
yes.
Tom,
that's cool. Kind of what I was going for too. Yeah.
Yeah, Tom, you've had the pleasure of directing people and writing female leads and actresses.
Well,
who would you say, Tom? A couple badass female actors. Could you give any examples
that I've worked with?
No, or maybe that you'd love to, maybe even.
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely Charlize Theron.
Mm-hmm.
I've never had the pleasure of meeting her. I saw her from a distance at a charity poker tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, ScoJo is good. All good answers.
Yeah. I knew that was going to be very thought-provoking for sure, and we're all stumped, and that's a good thing, because there's some great talent. There's some serious talent, and of course, we kind of cherry-picked, and we took Ray Seahorn off the table because.
Yeah, I feel very lucky to. I feel very lucky to have worked so often with Ray. She is absolutely the best. She's so smart about what she does and the way she breaks down a scene, and she has very smart questions that she asks about every scene and every line, and just make sure everything flows one into the other, and there's a reason for everything. And she finds it. If she can't find it, she'll ask a question, and it's just what a great team of actors I've gotten to work with on this show. So.
What was it like getting to see her direct this year?
I didn't get to see her on set. I wasn't there, but I mean, she did a fantastic job. I mean, I loved her episode, and it's always that thing when you have a director for the first time, no matter who it is, and you're seeing their first episode, you're like, hope it's going to be okay. And then, man, I mean, she did not only good. I mean, she really was very inventive. It was
yeah, that's cool.
Pleasure to watch.
Giancarlo as well too. You know, fantastic.
Him, yeah.
Like wow, good for you guys. It's just fantastic. Well, we're going to jump over now to some of the questions that are coming through the chat. And man, oh man, I don't even know if I'm going to keep up with all these. But we had a little bit of a discussion. I won't go too much into it off the air because I'm not sure how much we can say. But this is a question about something we talked about off the air. This is from Uncle Davey asking, can you tell us the origin of the boots and skulls? Who would like to take that one?
The origin of the boots
and skulls.
I can tell you how they were made. There were what was the first lady on Breaking Bad? The thing is that the boots don't come made.
No,
they had to custom made the boots. They were, like Danny said, they were white. They painted them to the color that the final color on Breaking Bad, and the skulls they were made, I believe, by a jeweler, and then they put them together.
They put them together.
Wardrobe touched them up a bunch of times, and so that's how the boots came about.
Yeah, they were in the very first. They were scripted. They were in the script, and had to be made off of what I believe it was a Vince Gilligan written episode of the first episode of season 3.
Yeah, okay. 301 nomás.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know that for sure. And they are ominous is the word I'm looking for. They are for sure. You see those boots before sometimes you even see your faces. A lot of times you see the feet walking first.
Absolutely.
And then it just
so many times, yeah.
Yeah. Like look at in the trailer for season 6 even, right? Walking along the evidence.
Bro, that was so cool.
And didn't one of you, wasn't it Danny? Wasn't one of you that actually kind of just partially kicked one of the little evidence markers, I think?
Luis.
Just a little bit.
It was an accident, bro. I didn't even know I got to take the credit. No, I did that on purpose, bro.
Yeah. Sure. Happy
that's
accident.
How I roll, bro.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it was planned for months. Speaking of planning, here's a question from Stanislav, if I'm saying it correctly. Stanislav's asking, have you been for both of you, have you been rewatching Breaking Bad and prep for Better Call Saul, or can you just pull that strong, silent, frightening behavior right off the bat?
Oh, right off the bat. They're just like,
look at
trust me, straight up. As soon as they say, hey, we're talking right now like this, and Tom could say action, and we're like,
and you got it.
Like that. We can be cracking jokes right now. Right now, whatever you want. And trust me, we'll go in less than a second, we'll go boom. Dead. Yeah. And you know what the cool thing? This should turn into a thing. We will never break character. Ever. Never. Not once. If the camera is rolling, you will never make us break character. Never take that. So there's a challenge for you, Tom.
That sounds like a challenge.
I wish we knew that ahead of time. That would have been a great challenge.
This dude would have been in New Mexico already. Every episode that we worked, I would have been Tom trying to fucking break. I would have been, let's make a bet, Tom.
He'll try to moon us. He'll try to do whatever it took.
I'd love to.
I wish I knew. Oh well.
I'd love to accept that challenge.
Me, I'll just fall in love, Tom. Not just playing, Tommy.
There's a lot there to fall in love with. I'll tell you that.
Oh, we know.
I'm just positioning Tom's camera a little bit here. Tom, you got to sit still.
I'm sorry, I got the sun. I'm going to close the curtain.
No problem. And I'm only teasing you as well too. You're all good. This is what's challenging when we got 4 people on the screen. We have a little bit more work to do. I'm actually earning my keep tonight. Here's a question from Nat.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're good. Yeah, you're good. You're good, Danny. You look great. All right. And Tom, we got you locked in dead center. We're looking good. Handsome as ever. Nat Romero is asking, was the 607 makeout scene meant to compensate for the missing dentist chair love scene? That's a good one for Tom. Tom, we'll take that one.
No. The scene would have been in 607 whether we had done the makeout scene in 208. Yeah, there was a scene in season 2 where they're touring offices and they're in a dentist office, which is the one that actually becomes Wexler McGill. And it went on to them getting sexy with each other in a dentist chair. And it just, for whatever reason, just didn't feel quite right. So we cut it from the episode.
Okay. Well, with that being said, with that scene now, for those that haven't seen what happened in the mid-season finale, that scene where they're making out now with something going on in the telephone on the intercom, does that make that even more dark now? Does it, like, if we look back at that scene, is that even more sinister, do you think, Tom? Like, I mean, I know you wrote the episode, but as a fan looking in, is it darker now that when we saw what happened and when they're making out to what would eventually be something pretty tragic?
I mean, I don't know if you see what happens at the end and look back on that scene any differently.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're having fun and celebrating, not aware of what consequences are coming. So I think it doesn't really change it for me. I think if you watch the episode again, it's just two people celebrating their victory, and two people who love each other.
Yeah.
Having a great time. And this is, I mean, Hamlin is absolutely right when he's saying that these guys get off on this. They get off on the scam and the victory. It's their aphrodisiac. It's we always talk about Days of Wine and Roses as a theme. It's the music we used at the beginning of the season. And
Mm-hmm.
Days of Wine and Roses is about two people addicted to alcohol. And we always looked at Jimmy and Kim the same way, except instead of alcohol, they're addicted to the scam.
Yeah.
They love pulling these pranks and doing these things in this very elaborate scam that they think they're doing for a very good reason, which is to fund legal cases to help underprivileged people who need help. This is Kim's thing. They're going to take this money, and it's what I call her Robin Hood syndrome. She's taking from the rich and giving it to the poor, which justifies everything that they do for her. So, but Jimmy should know much better because of what happened to his brother Chuck. His brother Chuck dies because he pulls this horrible scam back in episode 307,
Mm-hmm.
where he screws up Chuck's insurance, which sets the dominoes falling of Chuck tipping over that lantern in his house. And Jimmy should know better than to keep doing these scams because you don't know what the unintended consequences are. And but he's too in love. He can't. Once Kim says she wants to do the scam, instead of taking the right road, he takes the bad choice road.
Another bad choice. Yeah, exactly.
Another bad choice road. He does it for love.
And that was your 777.
Yeah, I just caught that too.
Yeah.
Oh boy. We're going to go over to a question from a good answer. Thank you for sharing, Tom. Guy Incognito says, for Luis, do you get paid more for episodes where you get to say a word or two? And for Danny, are we going to see any multi-page monologues from Lionel before the end? So let's start with Luis first.
No, we get paid the same. I wish. I mean, with all the dialogue I have, I wish I got paid more for all the, studying I have to do. I mean, you guys seen my monologues I do, right? I mean, sheesh. That one line I had, the Bible, the alive. When I say alive,
I wrote that.
Took me, Tom. How did you come up with that, bro? Dude, that was it took me a minute.
That's my
bro.
scene. I wrote that. I got to write the action.
Night trying to learn that thing, bro.
I got to write the action scene where you guys are gunning after Nacho.
Oh,
that was cool. That was freaking awesome. I love it.
That was
we get paid the
exciting,
same.
man.
I get paid the same. I get paid the same for nothing or nothing. So it's like they make it easy for me on this show. I don't have to say much. All I have to do is show the ugly mug, make some and kill some people, and we're good.
Well, I think I know the reason why you guys aren't paid by the words, because you guys talk. When in the real world, you talk. And so if you're paid by the word, I don't think they could afford you. I mean, you'd be past Bob Odenkirk. You'd be past everybody. For sure.
We talk too much.
How about you, Danny? How about you? About the multi-page monologues?
The multi-page, man, I don't even know how I'll be able to memorize that, man. It's like a Bible. How do I do it?
It's impressive how, it's,
Thomas, how do I do it, Thomas?
A trick I've seen, I saw Aaron Paul do was that he'd have a tape recorder and have the other dialogue that he's speaking to record, playing, and he'd rehearse with himself on this recorder, and he just listened to it over and over again. And it's a great method of.
I do the same. I do the same when it's a lot of stuff.
The longest.
Yeah, I do. Let me ask you a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys, because I wasn't there for the shooting because of COVID reasons. Just wanted to keep the set as minimal, so I didn't get to be on set during the shooting of 602, which was an episode that Ariel Levine and I wrote. Vince directed. The shot where the truck comes gunning at you guys, it looks like it doesn't miss you by very much, and that looks like it's actually you. So what is going on there with the stunt work and Al Goto? Is he freaking out that you guys are so close.
Yes.
You heard?
No, I didn't hear. I don't know what.
Bro. So he was. I mean, Al. He's first met. That dude is awesome, bro. He's the best starting coordinator.
He's safety
ever,
first.
bro.
He's a safety first guy.
He is
He wants
all about
everybody to walk away from a stunt with no
absolutely.
scratches.
He did tell us many times when we started doing the stunt. We started rehearsing it. The truck coming, and so your question was the stunt thing. We did those. That was us every single time. We did 100%. Every time.
Yeah, because I saw all the dailies. I was like, that's
yes.
Wow. Luis and
yeah,
Danny,
we did that, and it started, Tom. Like it started first. Like the first time we did it, the first rehearsal we did was like, I want to say like 5 feet away before we moved, and then as we got closer, the next rehearsal was 4 feet away, 3 feet away. By the time we were shooting, it was like that much before we moved.
Small.
But at this time, trust me, Tom, what's his name? That freaking Al. Man, he kept coming to us, guys. He knows. We've done stunts with Al before on other shows and other stuff with that, so he knows. But he was like, guys, it looks cool, but we don't need it, because it looks good if you guys can get out of the way. I can tell he was nervous, bro. But then I kind of pulled him aside because, hey, he's the boss. And I know what he says we'll do it. And if he wants me to do it, we'll respect that. But I told him this, and then he trusted us after we talked. And I told him, Al, I promise you, we see it. It is very easy to get out. Once it gets like this, all you have to do
once you get the timing.
Talk about it.
We got it.
He was all gravy for it after that, but he did say, hey, maybe a little extra couple of inches, to
a little
we
before.
We got it. And we did it. We compromised. We wanted to get closer. He didn't want us to. We wanted to kind of die. No, but hey, it was us. We did it, hey, bro. And it was this close. And I have a couple of shots like behind the camera scenes, bro, that our friend recorded for us, bro, that I can hear him recording on the screen. I remember and when we shot it, bro, the people after they see it, bro, I can hear the video village. Oh my god! It's freaking awesome, bro. I'm gonna post that one day, bro. When they see the freaking the recording at the actual pivot of the foot, and they're like, "Look at the bottom! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!"
And there was a camera on the side that Luis was on. There was a camera sticking out too, so he had to get out so the camera wouldn't hit him. So they had a camera sticking out to capture the side because there was a wheel that was gonna explode.
Ooh.
That was gonna go off. So that the wheel went off. So as soon as the wheel explodes, the car shifted a little bit to his side. So it was
that's true. That's true. I thought what he said. Props to the stunt guy that was driving. I'm sorry that I forget his name, but the dude that was driving that truck for that stunt, bro. That dude is a freaking pro, bro, because he kept that truck straight. After the wheel gets popped, bro, he managed to keep that thing freaking going. If he messed up and lost a little bit of control time, we wouldn't be talking right now, Tom. No, I don't even. Hey, I have faith in that dude because I saw him do it the first time, bro, and I was like, man, this dude is a freaking pro. Yeah, but I was ready. We were asked what we were ready, to kind of jump out of the way if we had to, and it was all good.
He even told us, like, as soon as the wheel goes off, he said the car is gonna shift a little bit to you. He told Luis, so be careful, don't get jump a little sooner. But he knew exactly what was gonna happen, and Al told us too and everything. But that guy was a ninja, man. That guy he's very impressive.
Talent in every single department. Here's a question from Eamon, one of our moderators. Eamon's asking, and this is a question we can direct to Tom, who made the Sorry Patrick phone call?
That was Vince, Peter, and Melissa Bernstein
together on a conference.
Oh, they're the call of death.
Okay.
That's the actors started calling it the McKeon call because he got the call in season 3 where he was driving, and he said to them, he got a call from Melissa, Peter, and Vince, and he's like, "Do I need to pull over? If this is a death call, I'm pulling over." And they were like, "Yeah, you got to pull over."
That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Man.
We've got a few super chats coming in too, and I haven't recognized those, and I apologize. I'm going to go backwards a little bit. Super chat from Saber Unchained. Who would win in a hypothetical battle between Mike versus the Salamanca Twins? Oh, I love that. I love that. So, you know what? Before we give the biased answer, no. We're going to ask Tom first because we know what you guys think. Tom, who do you think?
Tom.
I got to give it to Mike. You know, he's a clever old bastard. I
hate to lose my friendship with you guys, but my vote's going on Ermintrout too. I'm sorry.
I know. Hey, now I'm gonna get out of my character, right? Because I'm going Salamanca on you guys right now. I'm fucking kill Mike, right? God damn it! But as a fan watching this show, he would kick her ass. Mike, I think, will kick everybody's ass.
Yeah,
he really would. I think he's the most badass guy on the show. I think. I mean,
Mike could take down the whole army.
Yeah,
that guy could take the whole army.
He does things, and everybody's scary, and everybody was scary in other shows. But nobody has been as bad as Mike. Not even Lalo. Mike is
calculated. That I mean,
and honestly, Mike is the one who killed Danny's character. You know,
I remember.
We saw him dropping the syringe in the disposal, the medical disposal.
Hey, Tom, do I have one quick one for Tom? Because everybody keeps asking this, and I've heard different, and I'm not really sure. Hey, man, who made that call on episode on Breaking Bad on the shootout? Who gave Hank the warning? Who was supposedly on the show call Hank to give him the warning that we were coming on 307? I'm sorry if I'm off topic.
No, it could be Mike. It's either Mike or Tyrus. It was somebody on behalf of Gus.
Okay.
At the time we did the episode, we just did a voice scrambler, and we didn't use one of our known actors because we didn't know who. But now, looking back on it, we know it was either Mike or Tyrus with a voice scrambler, so that Hank wouldn't recognize.
Cool. So since we just spoke how badass Mike is, we'll keep it as Mike.
There you go.
Yeah, the original ending of that episode. If you look at the board, I think I posted it online somewhere. The final cards are Danny with his crushed legs crawling away from the scene, and Mike comes up behind him and puts his head into a puddle, just like Tio does at the beginning teaser when he dunks his head under the kid under the ice, young Danny under the ice. Well, Mike comes and does the same thing, holds him down until he dies and walks away. When we started breaking the next episode, we realized, wouldn't it be more interesting if your character survived, Danny? And so that's why we cut the ending that was originally broken. So I always liked the bookend of the teaser with the kid getting his head dunked in the beer ice bucket, and then Danny dying the same way.
Wow.
But it didn't come to be.
Yeah.
So somewhere, if you look at the index cards, I believe there's a posting of it somewhere with the original ending. The final card says that very thing.
Oh, good.
Yeah, such a great ending. The way it started by the kid it was Luis, Marco getting submerged into the water.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. Because Marco.
Yeah.
No. Marco, he says, Marco, come save your brother. Marco's the one who beats on his uncle.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, Danny, it is your character.
It was me. Yeah.
We got to go back. We got to go back and watch now.
We got to go back and watch.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, I still try to shove Danny's head in a bucket of water.
I'm sure you do. We got another super chat coming in. This is from Saul Goodman. This is from Saul Goodman on Twitter. Chris, a super chat. He says, and we talked about the spin the can, not spin the bottle, but spin the can. And with a great nod to Tom's father. But he's asking, did the spin of the can really set up the silencer scene? You know, okay, we see Lalo, right? Good question.
I saw somebody post that on Twitter, and it was never a connection in my head that I made.
Okay.
So it's interesting that somebody saw that, but it was never something that I visually understood at the time I was shooting it. It was not meant to be a connection, but it's cool that it's there.
Yeah, it's neat, right? Sometimes you think they're meant to be, but they fit.
It's one of those happy accidents that happen and come up. So it's great. We have a close up of the can spinning, and we have a close up of the silencer going on.
Yep,
So
just like Lewis supposedly.
I should just be smart and say yes. I totally do that. But
Like Lewis kicking the
me.
evidence. Yes, exactly.
Take credit for that, Tom. Take credit for it. That was all me.
Here's a good question from Courtney. She says this is for Tom as well too. Good. Keep the questions coming. And actually, we're actually running sort of short on time actually. But for Tom, Howard touching Miss Landry's cup and wheelchair had me panicking. Intentional red herring.
Oh, because of he touched the drugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, I think once you have the drugs on your skin, it sinks into your skin and absorbs. So you're not everything you touch is not suddenly becoming
contaminated.
Contaminated. So the drug that he touched on the photographs is not suddenly, it's not spread so easily. I think once he touches it and it sinks into your skin, absorbs, and so Mrs. Landry was never in any danger.
Okay, that's good. And what a sweet lady too, everyone's grandma.
Oh yeah, so such a good cast. I mean, we did the Chris McCaleb and Kelly Dixon they have their podcast, the Breaking Bad Insider podcast. And there's so many actors we didn't get to talk about, which Gene Efron, who played Irene Landry, and Ed Bailey Jr. and Dennis Bitsikaris, and Jesse Ennis and John Ennis, father and daughter, get to be in an episode together. John Ennis played Lenny, and we know Jesse Ennis plays Aaron Brill. So just wanted to shout out to such a good cast, and also someone I didn't get to talk about on that other podcast was Lenny Lofton, who played Judge Casimiro. So good. He was so good in that scene where Howard is accusing him of something. He has no idea what he's talking about. It was such a good addition to the cast.
Yeah, it was totally believable. Like, it's almost like
I messed up. It was John Posey. John Posey was the actor. Lenny Lofton played Jen Adowski. I mixed up my actors, so I apologize. So John Posey was the great actor who played Judge Casimiro.
It's fantastic. He did act very surprised, almost like he didn't even hear the script. It was like a real surprise. This is a question from our moderator and friend Jen Stevens, and Jen got the attention of Vince Gilligan when Vince was on a while back. She made a really, really cool Davison Maine water bottle. Tom, I'm not even sure if you saw it. I'll send you a picture of it after. Vince actually thought it came from the prop department. I was actually drinking apple juice out of it on one episode, and it was pretty cool. It looked like what it looked like. But anyway, she says to Lewis. And this is good because this was a question we were going to bring up tonight. How much fun did you have training Bob and Patrick for their boxing scene?
Hey man, aside from the working on the show as the cousins or the hitman, whatever you want to, that's the most fun I've ever had, man. Like it was just awesome. You know what? And I never really worked with Bob, and for that matter, Patrick actually before, not even on Breaking Bad. I never worked with them. So it was really, really, really cool to work with both of them. And I have to say, Patrick is a trooper too, but Bob has the it factor. Bob in his past life, if he did not want to be if he was not a comedian, and if he started training sooner, that dude could have been a fighter. Hey bro, that dude has it. He pushes in a way that you're like, man, you love to coach someone like that because he wants to do that little extra round, a little extra workort, a little extra, you know what I'm saying? It's freaking awesome, man. It was a freaking honor.
If it was Bob or somebody posted Bob's workout videos training for nobody, and they're crazy. They're insane.
Yeah, and I heard about it. And I'm telling you, that dude,
he's a very, very determined person.
He is, and that dude is in shape. When he came in, I thought the first time we rehearsed the scene, or we were breaking down the scene with Al and actually with Danny, we were in the studio and we were rehearsing that scene, bro. And bro, we were sweating like pigs. We rehearsed for like 3-4 hours, and we were tired, bro, because we were going at it and we got it down. So I was like, man, I hope the guys are able to do this. I mean, we're gonna make it shorter because we were actually practicing other stuff that was gonna look, the way we wanted it to look. And so when they did it, I was surprised, man. I'm thinking, okay, well, we got it. And then who goes and says, no, let's do it a couple more times, guys. Freaking Bob, bro. I'm sure. And Patrick, I know. Remember, Patrick was like, he gave him that look. Yeah, let's do it. Patrick is a trooper too. He was like, he didn't say no, but I know he was like, man, I'm freaking tired, bro. And Bob was just like, let's go do it, man. Like a he was, that dude he's awesome, bro. He was great to work with. It was
few
just
scenes,
awesome.
The few scenes I've had where Jimmy McGill is doing something physical, like running, and 607 he runs with the photographs. I have to tell him to run like Jimmy would and not like Bob, because Bob's in shape and Jimmy has to look like he's struggling. So it's just a reminder to look like you're putting some, it's like you say, oh God, he's like, has to make it look hard, where it was he did it a couple of times in a row with no problem.
Nah, man, he was great. He made me really feel, it was just cool, man. You know what? I have to say it sounds weird and cheesy, but I had a really cool connection with Bob when we did that thing. It made me feel really, really good, because he was just listening so well. He was so professional when it came to doing the thing. It was awesome. And the last one, a shout out to Al Gordo, because Al, he's the stunt coordinator for the show. He's been the stunt coordinator for Breaking Bad, for all these freaking shows. So it was my first time choreographing a scene on TV like that. And man, it was beautiful. I felt beautiful. I was at home, but he gave me encouragement. He gave me freedom to do whatever I wanted. And he gave me tips. I mean, he was just, man, he took me under the wing. You understand? So a shout out and a big thank you to Al Gordo, man. He is a freaking awesome, and
Al is the best, and just so lucky to have been able to work with him since I joined Breaking Bad back in season 3. He's always been the guy, and just to you just feel safe on set with someone like him around.
Absolutely.
Wow. I'm going to try to sneak in a last couple questions here. It seems how we're kind of on the section of nobody with Bob's movie. This is from SK Duncan on Twitter, and she says, "Hi Tom, in series 6, episode 7, Howard," and this is one of those things too where it could just be coincidental, of course, and we're seeing lots of nice coincidences. But Howard asked Lalo, "Who are you?" and Lalo answers, "Me, nobody." I wonder if this was a reference to Bob's film Nobody, and the two lines are identical. I loved it. And to the cousins, after Tom answers, "I love you both. Did you get to keep anything from the show? I'm hoping you got at least to keep your iconic boots." So let's start with Tom first.
Let's start with Tom.
All right.
No, it was not the line "nobody" was not intended to. In fact, I think I wrote this script before the film came out.
Oh, good. Okay.
I have the script right here. First draft, 6/11/21. When did the film come out?
That I don't know. Our fans will know. Are you able to show that on screen at all?
Yeah.
Fantastic. There we go. Look at that.
All right here.
Fantastic.
Tom,
you know my mailing
Tom,
address, right, Tom? You got my postal address.
He's supposed to take the credit for that, Tom. It was all you knew. It was all you.
Yeah, I feel like we. I think it was released before we. It was not released before it was written, but it was released before we started shooting.
Okay, there you go.
So this first official production draft came out on June 11th, 2021, but the first draft was written long before that, probably back in February, March of that year.
And how about some takeaways? I know every guest we've had in the show, like with Skinny Pete, wanted the beanie. I'm sure Michael Mando would love the car. Bryan Cranston. I think Bryan Cranston was
just a car.
Yeah, Brian. No, he doesn't have it. No.
Hey, so finally, that's after so many years and so
13 years.
Did you guys keep the boots? 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 Did you guys? Boom! Look at that. Can you guys see? Yes, with this time we actually did. They were so nice and so kind to us, but hey, we were a little pushy. Once Danny and I got the call for Better Call Saul, Danny and I already talked about this. We're gonna ask. We always ask. We don't want to take shit. We want to ask. So we asked first Jennifer, because we always want to give heads up to Jennifer, because we're gonna basically talk to her boss, which was gonna be the person that we always feel comfortable talking to. She's been freaking amazing to us, and the show is Melissa. Melissa's, I don't know, man. She's just freaking sweet and awesome, and she's just everything. And Trina. But so we had to ask first Jennifer to talk to Melissa, to talk to Trina, and see who else. And when they said it was okay to keep the boots, freaking Vince, they talked to Vince, and we got to talk to Vince too. But then they came back and said, and we'll give you a couple of suits, a few, 2 or 3 suits, whatever it is. Oh, we were like, I was about to start hugging everybody when they said that, because I really wanted, we were not trying to be greedy. Well, we were, but we didn't want to push our luck. As long as we got the boots, we would have been happy. But they were so kind to give us some of the suits that we
they
wore
gave us
on
love for
previous
sure.
episodes. Hey, man, it's amazing, man. I mean, look at that thing.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah, they even told us that we deserve them. Like nobody deserves the boots and the suits more than you guys.
Oh, that's good.
I asked for Jimmy's. Awesome. I asked for Jimmy's guitar. I offered to buy Jimmy's guitar. From production, and they didn't give it to me. Those effers.
So you stole it?
Hey.
No, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere.
Hey, bro. It's because you don't know. We know the guy who knows the guy who knows the other guy who can get things done, bro.
No love for me.
I know that's a fact. I know that for a fact. Tom doesn't get a lot of stuff from the show. We've talked about it before. It's not too much. I think he might have maybe stole a pillow one time. Maybe.
I stole. Danny was there. We all stole.
I played the fifth. I was in the company. I mean, did I say that out loud?
No, Tom.
He helped me. We all stole. We took pillows from the after party.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I got a pillow, because of Danny and Tom.
He's gonna grab it.
That's how I got a pillow.
Hey, I like that one back there. I like that one right there. There we go. Inside the Gilliverse, I like that one. But this one's got more mojo. Let's have a look on the big screen here. Let's go to Tom's screen. Show it again, Tom. Can you show us that one? Yeah, pop that one up again if you can. Show us that one again. Wait. That's okay. Show us again if you can.
Okay.
I love it.
It's from the San Diego after party.
Yeah. San Diego Comic-Con.
Hey guys, I told you. Hey, the only reason I got it is because of Danny and Tom. I don't even know what the hell I was doing, but I had a pillow and I think I had a blanket or something. I had some, and I don't know what happened. Somebody stole it from me. Somebody stole
no,
thing, man. Yeah. Do they not know who I am, that I can kill them like this?
That's like, you know what it's like? It's like stealing a pickup truck, and then someone steals your pickup truck, and you call the cops and say, someone stole my truck. Oh, can I see your identification, sir? Well, I stole it too, you know, but anyways,
that's a good thing. I think these two guys stole it from somebody else, and I got a pillow, but I'm not going to say nothing. I'm like,
the apron.
Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Danny.
There you go.
The apron. The guy that runs It's So Good, man.
Chris.
Twitter. He sent one to me and one to Luis.
Nice.
Yeah, that was really cool. Thank you.
Chris is great. Cool. Chris is great. That was
cool.
He made a comment just a minute ago too when Tom was showing his script, because I think Chris won an auction, one of Tom's auctions for the school or whatever, and that might possibly that might be his script. Is that his?
So he has this coming. It should be. I promised him a 607 script.
Nice.
That we'd mail it after it aired, so it should be on the way, signed.
Oh, cool.
By me. I actually sent him two versions. I sent the original has TBD.
Okay.
Because we title the episodes later, so I sent him the original TBD, and then I put one with plan and execution. So he has two signed scripts.
Oh wow! Congratulations, Chris.
He made a very awesome. Generous bid that we had an auction for my kid's school.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, and we shared that a couple times. Cool. Our moderator shared that in a couple episodes ago too, before the auction ended. So that was good. It was a very good cause. Our last question of the evening, I guess, will be here, and this is from a YouTuber I love. He does a lot of Better Call Saul theories, and a lot of them pan out. Really, really good. From Vivid Kiwi, and this is for Tom. It said, did you intend, probably again a happy accident, but maybe not, did you intend on Howard's head hitting the coffee table to be a reference to Chuck hitting his head in the photocopy store in season 2, or is it just added for shock value?
I didn't think of Chuck, although we used the same rig, so I knew going into it that the same method of making Howard's head hit the table was the same rig that Michael McKean wore to stop his body short from actually hitting the table. So I knew we were using the same method. Why I stood there in that space, it was not in the script that after he gets shot that he hits his head on the table. It was not scripted that way. But when I went on the set and I stood there thinking about this moment, there was the coffee table there. For some reason, I felt like I had to have this sickening, not only does he get shot in the head, as it happens like that, and it's just a silencer, but I wanted his body to fall and his head to hit and roll, just to make it even more horrifying. It's not bad enough that he gets shot in the head that he has to collapse and thump off this table and roll off. So something in me wanted, and maybe it was an unconscious connection to Chuck as well, when he passed out from the electricity. Or when he was freaking out.
I think that's a good ad, Tom. I think it was a really good ad because, I mean, was as much as we like or dislike Howard, he is a kind of an innocent guy, and he didn't necessarily deserve what he got. And that was a question I was going to ask you guys, but we'll leave it off the table for today. He didn't deserve what he got, and to see that extra, shitstorm, it was good. That was really good what you did. Yeah. It was really good.
It was all, again, Al Goto all supervised the whole thing, and the rig that lowers the body. And then we had our prop department, our construction guys, make a fake table that looks exactly like the table that's in there, but made out of padding so that his head could actually hit the table. And then the VFX people later froze so you don't see the indentation of where he hits. It's just a lot of behind the scenes magic going into making something that is only on screen for like a sixth of a second.
Oh, wow. Absolutely insane. It was great. I know we all loved it. And it's so cool to see. I know the fans watching this show, our stream tonight, they get to see how much of a fan that you all are. Even Tom, as a writer, is still an invested fan of the show. And it's so contagious from the top to the bottom. There's no small rules. There's no small job on that set. Everyone is, it's a success of everyone or no one. It's
everybody's family.
Family for sure. And it wouldn't be what it is without the contribution of everybody. It's amazing production, and I hope we see more. I know Vince has said, we'll see. I don't know if we're going to see any more, but it'd just be nice. Whatever we do, whether we have more or not, we have the legacy that a lot of shows have this bar now that are raised so high, and the writing, the acting, like I can't say enough, guys. It's just amazing.
No, thank you. That made me cry.
He's gonna cry.
Tom, God damn it.
We can't
Tom,
cry.
You live, man.
The
next thing that Tom is gonna work on is gonna be something with the Salamanca cartel. God damn it! I know where you live, Tom. Don't even say.
That's right. And he's got the boots. You see those boots coming down the sidewalk in California? You're in trouble.
Look outside your door, Tom. I'm freaking watching you.
Don't look outside your door, Tom. He's gonna be with his G-string with his boots on.
Ooh, nice.
I don't think I ever want to look through a peephole in a door again after seeing all these gunshots through the peepholes and stuff like that. I never want to do that. But before we go here, I just want to thank a bunch of people here. There's a lot of people to thank, and I'll do this as fast as possible. First and foremost, Luis and Danny, I love you guys so much. You guys are great. You've been very good to us here on the show. Thank you for doing the shout out for Vince for his birthday there as well.
Thank you for having us.
No problem, Tom. Love you, buddy. I'm so glad to see you again. And I know you've got things going on Fridays, so I know you took some time out of your family schedule tonight. So thank the family as well too. Hope they're all well. Yep. And if you have more Fridays available coming up next week, we've got the Kettlemans coming back. Julianne and Jeremy Sherman, they're coming back, so they won't be in character next time, but I'm sure we might see some Kettleman isms for sure. We've got Gordon Smith coming up as well too, and we're going to do some Ozark and Gilliverse crossovers too, with some Ozark actors coming on here soon, talking about their love of Better Call Saul. And of course, our co-executive producer Karina is going to join us as a co-host for that one. I want to thank our show sponsors, Warren and Rachel at bobbleheads.com, and get all those really cool, crazy, official Gilliverse bobbleheads back there. I want to thank Karina as well as her moderating team, Ema and Jen Renata. Big thanks to everyone at Gilliverse headquarters, Jen, Mel, and Joanna. All our subscribers, man, I can't even talk tonight. And we do encourage you to check out next week. As we said, Kettlemans are back in the house, and we hope you have. It's a long weekend in USA this weekend, Memorial Day, is that correct?
Yes,
it is.
Yes, 3-day weekend.
All right, make sure your fireworks are as close to legal as possible, and do not buy them from the cartel because you might not be getting fireworks.
We don't do fireworks.
Okay. All right, good. We had fireworks here, so whatever you do, just be safe out there. And we wish you a good, happy one, and we look forward to seeing you back here on Gilliverse next week, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, something like that. And guys, don't go away. I'm going to say goodbye to you off the air, and we'll see you next time, everyone. Cheers.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks again for tuning into Inside the Gilliverse with Eric Broadbent. Be sure to check back each week for more great discussions and interviews with cast and crew from Breaking Bad, El Camino, and Better Call Saul. Please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends.